Welcome back. In this video we're going to be talking about calendars and what they can do for your application, make things a lot easier by way of filtering time in or out of reports, among other things. So let's start by navigating to the calendar section of the application. You'll see I've done so using the navigation tree on the left hand side, and you'll see off to the right here we have a whole bunch of calendars that already exist. Your StatusWatch installation will likely include many of the ones you see right here because they're needed for some of the stock reports, some of the built-in reports that come with StatusWatch. So we're going to create a new calendar just for me, and I'm going to go to My Calendars, right-click, and choose New Calendar. I'm going to call this calendar My Work Week. Let's say, for example, I work from Monday to Friday, through Friday. Let's add a rule in, and you see that a rule pops up over here on the right. All we need to do is select the start condition and the stop condition. Every single calendar rule is made up of one set of start conditions and one set of stop conditions. So from day of week equals Monday until day of week equals Saturday. Now you're saying, wait a minute, you said you work from Monday to Friday. I do. I work from Monday through Friday. I work all of Friday, and then on Saturday I don't work. Now we haven't yet defined what hours I work, and we're going to do that in a later rule, but I don't work till Friday. I work through Friday, and that's an important distinction. I work from Monday until Saturday, meaning through all of and including all of Friday. Now, that's all I need for this particular rule. Done, and that's my calendar. I work from Monday to Saturday. Now you'll say, certainly you don't work 24 hours a day every one of those days. So, and you're right, I don't. I don't work very many hours at all. My work day will be a new calendar that will define the hours in which I do work. Let's add a rule in, and we're going to say from hour 8 until hour 17. From 8 until 5 p.m. is my work day. Piece of cake, right? Now let's get a little more precise. Maybe I take a lunch every single day. And I take my lunch at exactly noon every single day, from hour 12 until hour 13. Now, I need to change this rule from an additive rule to a subtractive rule. We're going to say remove. After clicking on this little guy right here, you can see what I did? Change it to remove, and that makes this into a minus sign, meaning that this section of rules, this set of start and stop conditions, is being subtracted from the calendar in which it is included. So this set of rules says from hour 8 until hour 17, from 8 in the morning until 5 at night, I'm working, except for from noon until 1. I'm not working then, I'm on lunch. And in that way I can apply this calendar to any particular report I want to run, and my performance will not show as being negatively impacted for those hours in which I wasn't working, namely anything outside of 8 to 5 and anything during my lunch break. Now let's combine the two. Calendars can be nested inside other calendars. I'm going to modify my work week. Oops. I'm going to modify my work week. And we see from day of week equals Monday until day of week equals Saturday, like we saw. I'm going to add a new rule here. And instead of condition, I'm going to click on the word conditions here and choose calendar. And I'll select calendar, and I'm going to choose my work day and import that calendar into this one. Now what I've done here is I've taken all the rules and the resultant calendar of my work day, and I'm pulling it all in to my work week. And therefore I've combined it. I'm saying I work from Monday to Saturday, 8 to 5, not 12 to 1, taking care of my lunches. Now my work week calendar can be applied to any report, and any time that the machine was running or running poorly on the weekends or after 5 or during my lunch break, I'm not responsible for that anymore. It won't show up in the report and clog up the report with bad data. It doesn't have to do with when I was actually operating the machine. Piece of cake. We've imported a calendar into another one. We can nest calendars infinitely inside others. Now, why is that useful? Well, maybe next quarter I'm going to switch and I'm not going to work first shift anymore. Maybe I'll move to second shift. Well, in that case, rather than tear apart one of my work week calendars and pull apart all the rules and put in all new rules, instead all I have to do is remove this one rule that's my work day and replace it with a second shift work day, which may already exist for some other employee. It might be out there in the everyone folder. And just like that, I'll be ready to go with my new calendar that accounts for my days of the week and my shift. Now, a calendar can be used in a lot of different ways. A calendar can be used, like we just said, to filter time in or out of a report. It can also be used as a filter for your notifications. For example, I want to get a pager notification every time a certain machine breaks, but I don't want to get the notification at 2 in the morning. If I apply my work week calendar to my notification, and we'll see the notifications in another video, I can then limit it so that I only get my notifications during times where it's my responsibility to deal with the notification. Also, a notification also a calendar can be used as a divisor, also a calendar can be used as a division. It can be used to break up a report into useful segments of data, like, for example, every day show me a new bar on the column chart, or show me a new line on the line chart, etc. Finally, a calendar can be used as the time span of the report itself. I could put in an explicit day from this year, month, day, week, etc. Finally, a calendar can be used as the time span for the report itself. I can put in an explicit day, week, month. Finally, I can use the time span Finally, calendars can be used as the time span for the report itself. I can punch in an explicit year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and say that's my start time for my report, and another specific year, month, day, hour, minute, second for the end time of my report. And if it's something that I'm going to be using a lot, I may want to create a calendar for it so that I can slap the calendar on the report rather than defining each of those tiny little explicit timestamps every time I want to run the report. I just save the calendar with it, and then every time I want to run a report for that particular time span, just slap the calendar on it as the time span for the report. Calendars are very powerful, very useful, and you can see very easy to create. Just take a few moments. We're going to check in with you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.